Hey, hello, folks. Once again, it's the Bfree guys back with another broadcast. Hey, of course, this is LeVaris. I got my co-host, Greg. Greg, how you doing, brother?
What's up, my brother? What's up?
Excellent.
Hey, man.
And and of course, this month we're talking about distractions, life distractions. So Greg, I'm gonna turn it over to you. I know we got a clip that we want to play.
Yeah, man. But I want to talk about you doing the Joys and Wheezy, man. You moving on up, man. You got.
You like my view?
Yeah, man. Got a little penthouse view and everything going on, man. Yeah, I'm like, damn. Okay.
Well, when you live to be free, there's some benefits to it.
Yeah, Yeah. So, of course, we're talking about distractions all month.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about distractions, and when you are falling victim to distractions, you can't see the signs that are all around because they're definitely there.
That's
all
right.
You got to do is be able to see them and then map out how to take advantage of those signs.
Yep.
Breadcrumbs, they're there. Like your boy, Trap say, they're not going to tell you, but if you figure it out, they can't stop you.
That's right.
So we're going to show you short little video. This is one of the guys that's he's definitely a whale in the space.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Novogratz. We probably have mentioned him before. I think I have talked about him a little bit before. Mm-hmm. And he's going to tell you, and this is a snippet, and we're going to leave the link to the full video that he did on Bloomberg. We'll leave it in the description. And there's some other, clips that will also have the links to the full articles, for you guys that want to read it. You can really just follow. You can follow the clips. You can follow the headlines. You don't have to get bogged down, in reading, 4, 5, 6 page, article because they're there. They're everywhere. But if you like reading, and we don't discourage learning, check out the full articles. The links will be in the description.
Yes.
But let me go ahead, man, and cue this up.
All right. You're gonna pause it. You're gonna pause us and plug it in.
I'm gonna let us ride with it, man.
Awesome.
I'm gonna let us ride right with it.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right.
A lot of news around cryptocurrencies. So many banks and their private wealth arms ready to get into it. The price is kind of plateaued. What's going on with that?
Well, let's be careful. Bitcoin has doubled on the year. What's the S&P on the year?
Yeah, he had to check it real quick.
Bitcoin's up 100%. And this week, Ethereum, which is the second largest cryptocurrency, had a monster move. And so what you're seeing is money continue to pour into the space. We just went over $2 trillion of wealth, market cap in crypto. And so that's a pretty significant number, right? You think about $140 trillion of US wealth, $400 trillion of global wealth. So we're now up to half a percent of global wealth is in crypto. And that's growing. I think it'll be 1% by the end of the year. Well, listen, there's a bunch of different lanes in crypto. So Bitcoin has carved out this lane of store of value, of digital gold. And so most governments don't care if people are putting their money in gold. Listen, if they do a horrific job managing their finances, more people are going to want to take their money out of that country and put it somewhere else that's safe. Right now, Bitcoin is being seen in the digital world as that place. They call it the Minsky moment when people lose trust. But the chances we hit it are higher than they've ever been because our deficits are so big. The institutions that are coming, the wealth channels, we talked about Morgan Stanley, there are a lot more coming. They're all coming Bitcoin first. And so there's a bid below the market in Bitcoin that's not going away.
It's not going away.
Not going away.
Check out these articles. Everywhere. You can just Google corporations buying Bitcoin, and you can see example after example of these articles. This is not going away. It's only accelerating. And next month, we're going to see something huge. We're going to see an announcement.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. That right there,
Wally
that announcement
World.
right there.
We're gonna see Wally World. You know, it's
coming to the crypto space. Yep.
Yeah, man. It's happening, man. It's happening right in front of us. I think that let me close this out, man, so we get a little more. It's how can I say it, man? It's so amazing how people can literally just choose to not see something that is right in front of them. You know?
Yeah.
And you have some people who have a special knack for just sniffing out opportunities. Mm-hmm. And you have other people who have a special knack for just ignoring opportunities. You know?
And I think it's what it is. It's simply ignoring.
Yeah.
People ignoring it.
And it's a shame because, you know, we see so many examples over the past, 5-10 years of the increase, the wealth, inequality, the increase in the wealth gap. We see it. And the more we move into a digital world, the faster people with monetary resources that place those resources in the right type of assets are going to expand their wealth.
That's right.
And the wealth gap is going to get wider and wider and wider, faster and faster and faster. The Forbes, we touched on this a little bit. Over $4 trillion of new wealth is on that Forbes list from this year versus last year. And think about that. That means that they made $4 trillion during a pandemic, during a period of time where there was mass, discomfort,
layoffs,
at the very least. You know what I mean? So and we, as ordinary people, we get caught up in the emotions and so on and so forth. So as soon as we get a little break, as soon as we get just a little taste, we run out and we spend money on non-productive things. Mm-hmm. And when we're spending money on non-productive things, guess who owns those businesses that facilitate those non-productive things? It's by design. They own the very businesses that they know are part of the bigger distraction, mechanism that we're caught up in.
That's right.
So they're benefiting from our behavior of being distracted. It's a catch. It's a catch 22 plus one.
And we know it's a distraction. We know that people are distracted about different things. And, one of the things that kind of that I find interesting is that, of course, when we saw Robinhood, how Robinhood came out, and everybody was investing in these stocks and doing things like that. And it seems like people are now jumping on that particular bandwagon. A lot more people, right? More of your everyday Joes, your regular Joes, ordinary people are now downloading the app, being able to buy small stocks here. But understanding that things are changing, the world is shifting to crypto, right? So it's almost like you're a late bloomer thinking you're about to learn something new in stocks when you should be learning something about cryptocurrency, about Bitcoin, because that's where the wave of money is going. So with NFTs, with the DEX, with all these different things that you'll learn about, that we'll be talking about, because we'll be involved in them and giving you proof that what we're doing and how we're doing it. It's gonna be an exciting time. But instead of people focusing on those things, they're focusing now on the old money, stocks, the old game, options and those things. When people with the money, they know that, hey, it's time for us to move out of that space or take a majority of our assets out of that space and moving into crypto, because Bitcoin offers a greater store of value. Of course, with the finite amount, only 21 million. And then of course you will have major corporations that's coming and buying billions billions of dollars in Bitcoin. right? So these coins will be moved, and most likely these corporations that's buying these Bitcoins will not be using these Bitcoins to shop and buy TVs. They'll be taking these Bitcoins off the market. So in turn, of course, will then push the price up because now they are sitting in cold wallets, not to be used, but simply used for simply held as storage. So as the people continue to be distracted by whether life events, the richest continue to get richer. As you see that, rich is getting richer. So.
Yeah, I mean, what Walmart, with these publicly traded companies, they can't hide it. They can only hide it until they got to do their reporting.
That's right. They got
to do their reporting. Therefore, they have to show what they're doing.
Because they're publicly traded. So exactly. They have to release it. Yep.
The rumor is, Walmart is going to be holding Bitcoin. They're not going to be using Bitcoin in, any type of manner where they're pushing it back out, to customers or anything. And here's the easy way to tell. You look at Tesla.
Okay.
Elon Musk, he's so damn gangster, he just comes straight out and tell you, yeah, you can buy a damn Tesla with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We're not converting it to the, to dollar. We're not going to convert it to the euro. We keeping it.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
So he's basically saying, look, we want y'all to buy our car, and if y'all are dumb enough to buy our car with Bitcoin, we going to be happy to take your Bitcoin. It is, the old school money grab, terminology is now a Bitcoin grab. It's a Bitcoin bag grab. And they're doing it. PayPal so damn gangster. They're telling you, hey, look, we're going to allow all of our merchants, all 29 million of our merchants, we're going to allow them to collect Bitcoin from their customers, and no, they're not going to receive the Bitcoin. We're going to do an instant swap to fiat, and we're going to give them USD, or we're going to give them euro when they roll it out,
That's right.
In the Eurozone, Why? Because they know they want to get as much Bitcoin as they can, because they understand what's happening with the dollar, what's happening with the euro.
That's right.
These currencies, these fiat currencies, are being excessively expanded.
Yep.
And it's not like they're expanding and they're printing 1, 2, 3, 4% more per year. That's that slow boiling, of the frogs in the pot. They're turning the heat up and they're printing 10, 15, 20. Last year, almost 25% additional dollars. So that flash heat, that's enough to shock people who understand what the hell is going on. So they can jump out the damn pot immediately.
Those that understand.
You're not going to slow boil me. You turn the heat up too high, while I still had the muscle control to jump out the damn pot.
That's right. Yes.
So it's sad, but it's also amazing when you can see what's going on, because then you can maneuver. And that's really what it's about, being able to see it and maneuver.
And of course, with our understanding and everything that's happening, because remember, we're following this space, every day we wake up, we're looking at what's happening in this space, what's going on, what are they talking about, who's the next corporation that's coming in, is buying Bitcoin, who's possibly reporting, what's going on. And of course, the day as we're recording this, what is this, April 13th, Bitcoin has shot up to over 63,000, the high, that's the highest it's ever been, right? So it's going to be awesome. Now, what we're doing, and Greg, you stop me if I'm going too fast on this, but we do have some products that's coming out that will help you store value products. Did you want to talk about that here, Greg?
Well, you wouldn't let me talk about it last week, man. So hell yeah, I want to talk about it.
Right. I want to talk about it. So Greg, we'll go ahead and remove the leash and let you catch you loose. Let that growling dog is barking. He ready to go.
Go ask me. Do I want to talk? I want to talk about the shit last week.
It's a great product. It's a great product. So this is for ordinary people. And I'll say this, Greg, then you can take over. But a lot of things you're hearing about big corporations. You're hearing about how a lot of these like Coinbase and a lot of these larger exchanges, they're getting with the big corporations. They're not too worried about the little people. All right. The people with, $10,000, $15,000 to invest, those that may not have anything to invest, but you may learn and say, okay, I can start now. All right. These are solutions for you. All right. These are solutions for those individuals, business owners. You're not part of that big $1 billion club, that multi-million dollar club. You're striving to keep your business afloat, but you're still using US dollars as savings. So we have some great solutions to be able to help you diversify. So Greg, take it away, brother.
Yeah, and it's real simple. Everything is, kind of percentage based, right? So percentages, they're fair, they're across the board. So anything that, these family offices, these hedge funds, these, corporations, these other, institutional investors are doing, ordinary people can do the same thing. The difference, what normally happens is, because you may be able to realize similar percentage benefits because you're working with a smaller absolute dollar amount, it doesn't correlate to something that you perceive as to being meaningful. However, if you don't adopt the behavior of moving as much as you can out of the fiat world, you will continue to lock in your financial demise. Yep. Because the US dollar, the euro, the Aussie dollar, the British pound, all of these, fiat currencies, and the British pound is, it's kind of a fiat, but the dollar, since we're here in the US, there is absolutely no doubt what's happening with the dollar. Biden, love him or hate him, just printed 1.2 trillion. He's going to do what needs to be done so that he can push, like a 2.3 trillion dollar, infrastructure plan through.
That's right. Yep.
And as soon as that's done, he's coming back with another stimmy. Now people hey, I want my stimmy. I want my stimmy. Once your stimmy, if you're going to be able to take that shit and move it out of the fiat world and put it into a scarce asset world, then you should really be excited about it. But if you're excited about your stimmy because you want to run down to Miami, or you want to run to Vegas, or you want to run out, some people here in the A, down to Magic City, you're a freaking idiot. You're missing the opportunity. That's an opportunity for you to take money that you wasn't really, planning on it. It's almost a blessing in one hand, Yep. It's a curse in another hand because it's expanding the monetary supply. But they're going to do it anyway.
Correct.
So you might as well take it and do something productive with it. And if you can develop the discipline to do that, that's how you benefit, It's about changing your perspective. Now, we have some store value products, and we call them store value because the first thing that you want to do is you want to store what you have. You want to, fix the leaks that are in your monetary bucket.
Yeah.
Fix those leaks, patch them up, and then work on getting you a bigger bucket, a bigger container, a bigger reservoir for you to put your monetary wealth into. But stop the leaks first. It's just like going into the ER, going into triage. Ain't no, emergency, physician gonna say, oh shit, let me fix this broken leg, while you're hemorrhaging out of your arm. They're gonna fix the hemorrhage first. They're gonna stop the bleeding. Then they're gonna worry about the broken bones, So you have to stop your monetary bleeding. Fix your bucket with the holes in it. Patch it up. And you do that the same way that these institutional investors are stopping theirs. That's the beauty. They have to do it. They're going to do it for two reasons. One, because if they don't, as their shareholders realize what's going on, then their livelihoods is at stake because they are basically practicing malfeasance if they continue to let the monetary or the purchasing power of the corporation erode with the expansion of the dollar, right? That's one reason why they're doing it. the other reason that they're doing it above all else, because they're greedy fuckers. Right? So they're always going to do what they can do to make more money. They understand.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that they want to make money. At the end of the day, if nothing else, you stand on the fact that they are greedy people. And greedy is not necessarily a bad thing. It could be, but it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Mm-hmm. So rely on the fact that they want more money. They are not in the business. They didn't become billion-dollar corporations because all they did was waste money. All they did was not be profitable. No, they want to be more profitable. So we get to do a lot of the exact same things that they do. We are creating various levels of blueprints that ordinary people, whether you are a small business owner or not, you can do the same thing. When it comes to protecting your wealth as it relates to the US dollar, we all are in the same water.
That's right.
Now, some of us, we in a boat. Some of us, we in a yacht. Some of us, we in a little canoe. Some of us, we just holding on to a damn log. Yeah. But we're in the same water, right? And we get to do the same thing to combat that water.
Yes.
And we're challenging people to allow themselves to wake up and see, because this gap, as it gets wider, you literally are going to see where it's going to take generations to build back up to something comparable to what the middle class was experiencing. It is going fast, and don't be fooled because you get to have, streaming Netflix and, Amazon Prime and Hulu and all that.
Yeah.
And, you got these nice little smartphones and, and iPads and stuff. Don't be fooled that is a higher quality of life, that you live in a good quality of life.
That's right. Yep.
You're not. That's part of the distraction. That's part of the distraction. And that works so very well that's what hooks people in. Mm. So we're going to keep pounding this message. Now, we're going to be doing our thing, right? Yep. We're going to be giving you, the sauce so you can do your thing too. But you got to want to do your thing. We're not jumping, into the lake, into the river to fight the current or anything like that to pull you out. No, we're not doing that. We are going to throw you a rope, but we're going to stand safely on the shore. And if you grab the rope, hey, you can pull yourself up, and we'll pull on it too. But we're not jumping in the water to potentially drown because you don't want to get out the water. So the choice is yours. But we're gonna keep bringing it. We're gonna keep pounding it. We're gonna keep giving it to you, raw. We're gonna try to be, raw and professional. As you all can already see, our personalities. I'm a little more on the raw side. Lavaris is a little more on the professional side, but you're going to get the information that you need.
That's right.
Take care of yourselves and your family. And as an old head, Brother Elihu Bey said, look, only a fool ducks when the truth is thrown at him. Don't be that fool.
Wow.
Don't duck, because we're going to throw the damn truth at you. Don't be the fool.
Yeah, it's coming.
Mm-hmm. All right?
Yep.
So that's all I got, man. You know my thing, man. Look, and all you're getting, get information and get you some Bitcoin,
Awesome. Yep. Remember, like, subscribe. Let's do it. Let's get it.
Do it.
Peace.
Peace.